Hello, and welcome to a little quick review about volumes of prisms and cylinders. We're going to dive deeper into this in further lessons, but right now, let's just look at a basic prism and a basic cylinder. Now, to find the volume of a prism, we multiply length times width times height. To find the volume of a cylinder, we multiply pi times the radius squared times your height. Your calculators should all have pi buttons, even our cool phone calculators. If you make it a scientific one, when you flip it to the side, you should have a pi button there. Every three-dimensional figure has two bases, one on top, one on the bottom. Unless, of course, we mention that they don't have something, like if you are solving a real-life problem of an open box, right? That means they don't have the top base, but we'll get to that later. All right, let's find some volumes. First, let's find a volume of a prism. In this prism that we have on our right-hand side, we have a length of 6, a width of 3, a height of 4, and when we multiply 6 times 3 times 4, we get 72. Whoops, that's the bell. You know that noise. Anyways, we keep our units as centimeters cubed because if you can see, we multiplied centimeters 3 times. Another way I like to remember it is three-dimensional figures have a 3 as an exponent to its units. And if we have two-dimensional figures, that's when we have a square, a 2 as an exponent for its units. All right, on to cylinders. Okay, to find the volume of a cylinder, we can go two different directions. We can either find an exact answer, which means it's in terms of pi, or we can round our answer, meaning we put it all into our calculator. They're both correct. It's just one of them is more exact. All right, so let's do the exact one first. So our volume is pi times radius squared, so we have pi times 4 squared, times your height, so that's 10. I'm going to simplify it a bit. 4 squared is 16. All right, now I can do this very easily in my head. 16 times 10 is 160, and the pi just kind of tags along. Pi is an irrational number, which means we can't write it as a fraction, which means it never ends. Pi goes on for forever and ever and ever. Therefore, to get an exact answer, we just include pi as the concept of pi. But when we round it in our calculator, that's when we're getting a little bit less exact. Now let's do that. All right, we're still doing pi times 4 squared times 10. And you could put it into your calculator like that, or you can simplify it like I did in the second step before. When I plop this into my calculator, I get 502.65 inches cubed. Now, doing a rounded answer is probably most convenient for real-life examples. Let's say, what does the cylinder remind me of? Water bottles. Let's say you're manufacturing water bottles. You're going to be looking for volume in rounded decimals rather than pies because it's going to give you a more understandable answer, right? We're not going to be talking about pies when we're thinking about water bottles. It's better to say, oh, the volume of this water bottle is this many units cubed, rather than saying it's pi something units cubed. All right, let's practice some more volume for prisms. Let's do number 2. Now, I did all 3 in class, which is great. However, number 2 is a different kind of prism. It's a perfect square. So this is actually called a cube. All right, so we have length times width times height. 3 times 3 times 3, that's 27 inches cubed. So number 1 and 3, I'll just fill in. But essentially what we're doing is we're multiplying. I don't know why I wrote a 6 there. That's my bad. Right. Now let's practice the cylinders. This is the ones I want to go over both of them just to reiterate the exact and rounded answers. Okay, let's look at the purple one on the left-hand side. All right, our formula is pi r squared h. For our exact answer, our radius is 1, height is 2, so exact is 2 pi. Oh, whoops, that looks ugly. Let's do that again. There we go. And let's put it into my calculator. Type. I got 6.28. Same thing for this green one. Practice entering this into your calculator. Okay, so we have pi times 7 squared times 7. 7 squared is 49. 49 times 7 is 343. And then the pi tags along. Let's do the same thing in our calculator, and I could just plug this in right away the way I see it, and I get 1,077 and 0.57 centimeters cubed. I don't know why I said and 57. So I hope this was a nice review of something that you've seen before. We've definitely done this in previous years of mathematics, so hopefully it looks familiar. We're going to dive deeper into prisms and cylinders as our lessons continue. So if you have any questions about these, please let me know. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of whatever day it is for you. Bye!